Right, welcome back to Pushing Boundaries with Kusa. Time now is 11 minutes after 8 o'clock, of course. On the line, we have Cllr David Foley. But of course, I wanted to be participant in this conversation because we're not just having this conversation between me and the councillor, but it's you at home as well. And of course, if you have any questions to him, and of course, you want to give your contribution, call us on 067 153 1089. That's where you're going to get it. It's a WhatsApp call. So that means you can send your voice note on that number. You can type a text to that number so that we can hear what are your thoughts. And of course, we appreciate you for joining us this evening. Now, on the line, we've got Cllr David Foley. He's a DA, Joburg Shadow MMC for Group Corporate and Shared Services. You would think that in 2025, that the city of Joburg, as it is managed, they will be careful of shenanigans. You would think that they keep themselves in check to make sure they follow the law, they does everything. But this is not the case, because on the line we've got Cllr David Foley, who's going to tell us about how they uncovered maladministration within the City of Johannesburg Disaster Management Department. And of course, Councillor, thank you for joining us this evening. How are you?
Very well, and yourself? Good to be on the line.
Fantastic. Tell me, are you hearing me loud and clear, right? I'm hearing you loud and clear on my side.
Yes, I'm hearing you loud and clear, but there is a little bit of backfeed.
A backfeed. Now, are you on loudspeaker?
No, not at all.
Not at all. Okay. Let's just keep pushing. We're going to work some magic on our side, but don't worry about it. It's all going to come out on our clip, so just hang in there. Now, Councillor, let me appreciate you for joining us this evening. Like I've said to the listeners, you would think that in 2025, there's elections next year. You would think that these leaders or these councillors in charge of the city would make sure they walk with eggshells within the law and they do everything by the book. I see that Democratic Alliance is saying that is not the case. What happens here? What happened here?
Well, it's not only the councillors, it's obviously the administration within the broader city of Joburg.
Tell us, what happened with this? The Democratic Alliance has just uncovered a jobs for pals. Hey, I call it a scandal. It should be one. How did this happen, Councillor?
Well, through our ongoing oversight, as per my communication that went out to the press and everything, we asked quite a few questions to the actual MMC of Group Corporate and Shared Services, which is Councillor Zungu. Quite a few questions. I don't know if you'd like me to go into them. It's quite lengthy. But he tried to downplay the seriousness of the appointment. So we had to dig a little bit deeper and then start asking the relevant questions to council, which have to be answered.
Well, without even going maybe to the questions themselves, what have you discovered from the questions that you have sent to Councillor Zungu?
Well, it seems like there's a new appointment, executive head for disaster management, that is in a position where it wasn't advertised. And not only that, it's falling under a structure where it should be public or safety, but it's within the office of the city manager reporting to the chief operations officer.
Hey, Councillor, there is a protocol, or call it a policy, that you tend to follow when you make this appointment. Did this follow the normal municipality policies in place?
Nope. Section 66 of the Municipal Systems Act requires that the municipal manager, within the policy framework determined by the municipal council and is subject to the applicable legislation, must develop the staff establishment for the municipality and submit the staff establishment to the municipal council for approval. This was not done either.
So, hang on. This is shocking, Councillor, to me, because you would think that a position of a head is a big position to try and fudge around behind closed doors. Are you suggesting that some of the laws were not followed here. What did Councillor Zungu responded when you say you didn't follow the law? Or sorry, the police in this case. What did he say?
Well, he basically played, he sort of took it too lightly to say that the person in question was merely coordinating the activities in the department.
Amen.
And the person hasn't been appointed fully. But our follow-up questions reveal that the individual had, in fact, been appointed to act in the executive head position, confirming the MNC intentionally misled council on the matter.
Sure. So Councillor Zungu goes to the council. You know, I don't want to talk about this Councillor Zungu. I know this Councillor Zungu has got allegations of himself, maybe not today. So he comes to council and he doesn't tell the truth. I would think then that there's a grounds, lying is not allowed in council, right?
Absolutely not.
Yeah. So he lies to council, but then not only that, you discovered more about this individual. What else did you find out about this particular person before?
Yeah, look, this position was never advertised, and the appointment was not served or approved in council, which is in direct violation of the municipal policy, which we are talking about just now.
Sure. But then this person, in your statement, you said he has worked somewhere before. Where did she work before?
Well, it seems like the person previously worked with a former acting city manager within the Emergency Management Services Department, which asked the question of serious concerns around cronyism, as the appointment appears to have been orchestrated to keep various political allies in key positions of power.
Sure. Yay, a councillor, there's elections coming. And this, okay, call it, these people, these leaders, this executive is still engaging in some shenanigans of this nature. Now, what is DA going to do about this appointment, unlawful appointment? Let's call it what it is.
Well, we'll obviously be challenging this unlawful appointment through our Section 79 committees. This is a committee that goes through all the requirements for the different departments, and they submit the reports to us. We go through them.
Yes.
And then once approved in the Section 79 committee, they go to council, and then they become actual reports read in or noted or accepted or agreed to as such. So we will challenge these appointments through the Section 79 committees.
Now, out of those committee, what can we expect as residents?
Well, something should never go to council unless it's been through a Section 79 committee. And as we were saying, this position falls legally under the Department of Public Safety. Yet the individual was irregularly appointed in the office of the city manager, reporting to the chief operations officer. So there's other Section 79 committees, especially public safety, that will be questioning this as well.
Yeah. Now, from a DA point of view, what does the DA want to say to residents about matters such as this? What message can the DA give to residents?
Well, it's simple.
Yes.
This is unacceptable. You cannot do what you want. Everything is legislated. And somebody needs to bring the person to account. Somebody needs to be held to account. And like you say, the MMC has already got some questionable sort of history around him, which, like you say, we're not going to go into. So you would think, if there's something that could be held against you further, you want to be absolutely squeaky clean in this regard.
I do know, Councillor, that the elections are coming up. And what message do you have maybe to citizens who are absolutely, I'll use the word, I'll be nice and say maybe are tired of hearing of such irregularities, maladministration coming up out of this council? What is the message to the residents of Joburg from Democratic Alliance as it prepares for the upcoming election?
Well, as you know, the whole Democratic Alliance's political structure depends on good governance. You can have a look at all of the municipalities that the DA, and we say governs, we don't say rules or anything of the sort, because we serve the public.
Yes.
And the audits, the unqualified audits, which we are always up to scratch with, the service delivery that we deliver on. So there's no question about what kind of administration makes the difference to everybody's life, the citizens, especially of Joburg, going forward, because we cannot continue like this. We've got a coalition of people that don't really play by the rules.
Yeah.
The DA always plays by the rules, and we will ensure the rules are followed so that the citizens of this wonderful city are protected.
Ah, beautiful. But here's my last parting question before I let you go. Where are the other political parties that are coalition partners of the city as a whole in this mess when a councillor? Where are they?
Well, as you know, there is a coalition in the city of Joburg.
Yes.
And a very good example was the appointment of the city manager that came to council a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
And there obviously wasn't agreement for the position to go through because they knew they didn't have enough votes. There were people that, or political parties that perhaps wanted more from their vote to vote for the city manager. And after 3 or 4 hours of that particular council meeting and these constant caucus breaks, they withdrew the item for the city manager because they knew it wouldn't go through council.
Yeah.
So that was a total waste of probably 200 and something councillors coming to the council chambers. And then, of course, no item was agreed to.
Yeah.
So we had to then meet again for this appointment of the city manager. So, and then it went through. We, as the Democratic Alliance, obviously, we abstained from that vote because we don't believe Mr. Floyd Brink, as you know, has also got some questionable activities against his name and some cases underway. So things aren't going as they should be, and we cannot wait for the next municipal elections to ensure we hear the people's cries for the correct change and correct and good governance in the city of Joburg.
Councillor, let me thank you this evening for taking your time and joining us. And of course, we wish you well in your campaigning. All I can say, Councillor, is this: don't mess it up. We always say it on the show. Don't mess it up, because a lot of people want good, clean governance. And of course, when we hear things such as this, Councillor, we choose no sides. We say it is unacceptable. Thank you for joining us this evening.
Thank you, Kusez. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining us. Yeah. Right, that was our Cllr David Foley. And of course, he is the shadow MMC of Group Corporate and Shared Services. And of course, we want clean governance in the city of Johannesburg. We are not going to accept anything less than good governance, maladministration, and what. It is unacceptable. So yeah, what are your thoughts on this, by the way? Call us on 067 153 1089. This is affecting this city that is hosting a G20. At the eve of it, they do some shenanigans such as this. That is unacceptable. Right. We are going to take